Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we are cracking open the Ultimate Writer's Toolkit to uncover one of the absolute coolest superpowers you can have as an author, and that is bringing your characters to life with dialogue. Have you ever read a story where the characters felt so unbelievably real, you could almost hear them speaking right in your ear? Well, writers use very specific tools to make that magic happen on the page. So grab your virtual notebooks because we're going to make your stories literally jump right off the page. Right, let's start by establishing exactly what dialogue actually is. And honestly, it's pretty simple. Dialogue is just a conversation between characters. Any word a character speaks out loud in your story, that's dialogue. Whenever someone opens their mouth to say something, whether they're, shouting across a crowded playground or whispering a massive top secret, that is dialogue. It's the engine that really helps move your story forward.
Okay, let's jump straight into section 1, the foundation, the 3 golden rules. So here are the 3 foundational superpowers every single writer needs. Step 1, use speech marks, which are sometimes called inverted commas. These basically act like little wrappers around the spoken words. Step 2, new speaker, new line. You've got to give your characters their own space to talk. And step 3, keep your punctuation inside. I always like to think of speech marks as a fence, and all your commas and exclamation marks, well, they're the sheep that need to stay safely inside that fence. Now look closely at the shape of those speech marks. Do you see how they look exactly like tiny numbers? Yeah, in school you might actually hear them called 66 and 99. The 66 sits right at the start to open the dialogue, and the 99 sits at the very end to close it. Any words spoken out loud must be wrapped tightly between them. And whether you choose to use single or double marks, the secret is really just to pick one style and stick with it throughout your entire story. Okay, here's a sneaky little rule that catches a lot of writers out, so pay attention. Whenever you open those speech marks, the very first word your character speaks always starts with a capital letter. Seriously, always. Even if this conversation is starting right smack in the middle of a sentence, the character's spoken words get a capital letter. It's a tiny detail, I know, but it makes your writing look incredibly professional. Check out this example. "Did you hear that noise?" whispered Sam. Notice where that question mark is hiding? Yep, it is safely trapped inside the closing speech marks. Whether it's a comma, a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark, they belong to the words the character is saying, so they absolutely have to stay inside that 66 and 99 fence. Moving on to our second rule, which is all about handling a back-and-forth conversation. Every single time a different person starts talking, you must start a new line. You also usually indent, which just means pushing the text in slightly from the edge of the page. This creates this really beautiful visual map for your reader, so they never, ever get confused about who is speaking at any given time. All right, that brings us to section 2, the flavor, reporting clauses or tags. So if speech marks are the structure of the house, reporting clauses or tags are the delicious flavor. A tag is simply a phrase like, "said Mrs. Johnson," or "replied Tom." And the best part? As the writer, you get to be the director. You can place these tags at the very beginning of the spoken words, right in the middle to break up a thought, or at the very end to keep your writing super bouncy and fun. Just look at how much power a single word holds here. On the left, we have a basic tag, "said Mrs. Johnson." I mean, it does the job, right? But look on the right, "sobbed Mrs. Johnson." Wow! Instantly, we know exactly how she's feeling. Swapping a basic word for an emotive tag completely transforms the mood of the sentence, and it saves you from having to write a whole paragraph just to explain that she's sad. It's a real game changer. But wait, hold on a second. Before you go changing every single "said" to exclaimed or bellowed, remember this pro tip. Don't overdo it. "Said" is actually an invisible superhero word. Readers' eyes just glide right over it without getting distracted. If you use too many dramatic tags back to back, your writing can start to feel a little clunky. Sometimes a simple, trusty "said" is exactly what you need to keep the story flowing smoothly. Okay, moving right along to section 3, internal dialogue, conversations in the mind. Now, what about when characters are just talking to themselves? Look closely at this thought. I wonder if they know my secret. Do you see how the text is slightly slanted? Well, that slanted writing is called italics. Writers use italics as a really clear visual signal to tell the reader, hey, these words weren't actually spoken out loud. It's a fantastic, sneaky way to share private secrets directly with your reader. And finally, section 4, why dialogue matters, bringing it all together. You see, dialogue does so much heavy lifting in your story. It isn't just characters aimlessly chatting about what they had for breakfast. It should always, always have a point. Dialogue can reveal hidden secrets. It can show us that two characters are best friends just by how they joke and laugh together. Or it can show they really don't get along through sharp, arguing words. But above all, it gives your characters their own completely unique voice, showing the reader exactly who they are rather than you just telling them.
Which brings us to one final exciting question for this explainer. What will your characters say? You've got the ultimate writer's toolkit for dialogue now. You know the golden rules, how to use the 66 and 99, how to flavor your writing with awesome tags, and how to share deep inner thoughts. It is time for you to take these superpowers, pick up your pen, and make your characters speak. The blank page is waiting for you, so what story will you tell today?